Hello everyone, Ronan here, and today I got my Black Mage rotation down and comfortable enough to show you guys what I think is going to be a very good rotation. Now I just want to give special thanks to the Wolves Den, since I was the target dummy on my FC was being used, so I went to a quieter FC just to be able to show you guys my rotation without being cluttered with other spells. Now, the rotation that I managed to get for you guys, I actually got lucky on the rotation itself and procs, and I actually made it work. I've been having a hard time finding time to put my thunders in and when to use thunder, especially the thunder procs. I'm going to do the same thing as I did with my warrior video. I'm going to show the rotation, then I'm going to slow it down and then call it out as it happens so that you guys have more time to see what is happening. So we're going to start with Ley Lines, then Blizzard 3, Thunder, Sharpcast, Fire 3, Enochian, Fire, Raging Strikes, Fire 4, Fire 4, Fire 4 again, Fire 3, Fire 4 times 2, then Fire 1, Fire 4 times 2, Blizzard 3, Blizzard 4. So Ley Lines, Blizzard 3, Thunder, Sharpcast, Fire 3, Enochian, Fire 1, Raging Strikes, Fire 4, Fire 4, Fire 4, and here I'm lucky, I used my Thunder proc and my Fire Starter at the same time. Fire 4, Fire 4, Convert to make sure I have enough mana, Blizzard 3, Blizzard 4 just in time, Fire 3, Fire 4, Fire 4. Now you can basically do 2 Fire 4s to your fire to be able to maintain your stacks. As I'm doing this, I get pretty lucky with my procs, but one thing you have to try to keep in control is your mana. So you want to do about 2 Fire 4s, then a Fire 1, and if you're lucky with your procs, you can potentially cast a 3rd Fire 4. You want to, for me, I want to be casting Blizzard 3 at about 8 seconds left of Enochian. That gives me enough time to cast my Blizzard 4 before my Enochian runs out. It's a bit of getting used to, and depending on your latency, depending on your spell speed, it will modify how well you can play the class or how well your rotation will fit. But definitely the challenge for me right now is fitting in those Thunder procs, because Thunder Cloud, once it's procced and you let it go the full duration for the full 24 seconds, it's 620 potency, which is more than Fire 4, which is 525. Now if you don't let it do the full duration, then it's 340 potency. So there's a big difference there, and that's where maximizing your DPS kind of is going to fall in, because being able to know when to cast what, if you have 2 Thunder procs like in a row, is it actually worth doing? I would say no, because that Fire 4 is going to do a lot more damage in that burst. Because if you use 2 in a row, so let's just say this, if I use 2 Fire 4s, that's 1050 potency in 2 attacks. If you did 2 because you got lucky with your Thunder procs, then that would be 620 if it did the full duration for the second one, and then the first one would be 340, maybe 370, depending on how lucky you are with, or 375, depending on how lucky you are with the timer for the ticks. But still, that's still not to me that's not worth it, because that's 960. So you'd be short. You'd be potentially short 90 potency in those 2 attacks. And that's, like I said, that's if you got him back to back. As far as I know, this is a really good opener. I got this opener consulting with the Black Mage in my static, and I tested it out, and it is actually giving me as much DPS as I can do with my gear right now. If you have any suggestions, please leave me a comment below. I'll try it out and test it and can compare. Now, it's a bit hard to compare with, you know, a lot of small issues. Sometimes I misclick, latency, movement. So this is the thing. You're gonna have to get really used to movement. This is like perfect situation where you don't have to move. You just sit there on a target dummy and just, you know, toss spells at the enemy. When you start throwing in movement, you're gonna have to really pay attention to your buffs, because it's gonna totally change how, like, what spell to cast next. Which spell are you sacrificing? Or sometimes even like, is it better to just, you know, move out of the way, miss 1 or 2 spells, or stay there, cast mana wall, and just stay there? If it's not gonna kill you and your healer's aware of it, then, you know, maybe it's not such a big deal. But, you know, maybe even having your paladin cover you while you're casting your spells in close range. I mean, there's lots of different ways to play the game, but movement for a Black Mage right now is going to be a killer. And learning the fights is going to be definitely a big one for you guys. Like I said, hopefully this has been helpful. I'll keep working on more videos. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe. I try to put 2 videos up per week. My next class guide is going to be in a little bit, because I have to level Astrologian. That's going to be my healer for Heavensward. I know Astrologians have been getting a really bad reputation, at least from the people I play with. But I want to see if I can't maybe make it work and see where the challenges lie. I really want to have 3 classes at 60 so I can maximize my playtime. If people need help with anything, I think that having a healer, a DPS, and a tank will definitely allow me to do this again. Alright, thank you guys, and I'll see you in a couple days.